So I wanted to begin by choosing the 10 most compelling ads, five from men's and five from women's. Um, yeah, so the first one in the men's is the two-in-one shaving cream. This ad upholds gender expectations by insinuating that men are sexual beasts who walk around as unkempt as bears, and the only time that they put in any effort is when they want to have sex. The second ad is by Rugged Maniacs, which is an ad for an obstacle racing event. This ad implies that men are rugged maniacs, and the definition of enjoyment for men is dangerous activities, beer, and women. The third ad is a workout program by Corn Body, and this ad is promoting the idea that men who go to prison are tough and masculine, and they should aspire to have, and all men should aspire to have these qualities. Also, it promotes the idea that men should aspire to have a masculine and muscular body. The fourth ad is for a car by Ford. And this is a car ad meant for men because it assumes that men have the authority in a family to make big purchases. So it is beneficial to advertise to them. And that suggests that, and the ad suggests that men are sporty and adventurous, and it is the duty of a father to teach sports to his children. The fifth and the final ad from the men's side is by Carnivore Protein, which suggests that being a carnivore or a non-vegetarian is an animalistic quality and is therefore associated with manliness. The ad also implies that men should be interested in working out and building a muscular and masculine body again. The first ad from the women's sheet is Pledge Cleaning Spray. And their decision to advertise this product in a women's magazine clearly upholds the gender expectations that women are the one who have the responsibility to clean. The second ad is by Sleep Number, and since there's a man and a woman sleeping in the same bed, it's implying that women should be in heterosexual relationships with men and no other form of relationships. The third ad is by Supreme Lipsticks, and it implies that women should be doing everything they can do to be more sexually appealing. The fourth ad is by Good Housekeeping Meal Prep, and this ad suggests that women are the one responsible for cooking for their family. And the final ad is by Tastefuls, and that suggests that women should have a cat because it's a feminine pet. So, if we talk about patterns, there are very clear themes present in the magazines. The women's magazine has a majority of products which revolve around cooking or food, cleaning, pets, and appearing more appealing. To be specific, 6 out of 30 or 20% of the ads are about cleaning products. 4 out of 30 or 13% of the ads are about pets. 4 out of 30 or 13% of the ads are about making women appear more appealing, and 7 out of 30 ads, or 23% of the ads, were about either cooking or a food product. On the other hand, the men's magazine had a majority of products which included working out, cars, sports, adventure, and being a family man. 9 out of 30 or 30% of the products, such as protein powders, workout programs, and high protein snacks, are directly related to working out and building a muscular body. This exemplifies the cultural expectation from men to look masculine and muscular. Also, cultural norms imply that all men are adventurous, sporty, and enjoy cars. 4 out of 30 or 13% of the ads showed cars in the ads. 4 out of 30 or 13% of the ads referenced sports in the ad. And 5 out of 30 or 17% of the ads depicted or expected men to be adventurous. There are some other interesting observations that we can make by looking at quantitative data. In the female magazine, out of 30, only 11 ads have a female body in them. But we can observe that 10 out of 11, or 91% of the female bodies, are slim, and only one body is overweight, which conveys to the reader of the magazine that a slim body is an ideal feminine body. In the men's magazine, there were 21 bodies out of in the men's magazine, there were 21 bodies in In the men's magazine, there were bodies in 21 out of 30 ads. And out of those 21 ads, 14 ads, or 66% of them, have white males in them. African Americans were only in 8 or 38% of them. In the men's magazine, there were bodies in 21 out of 30 ads. And out of those 21 ads, in the men's magazine, there were bodies in 21 out of 30 ads. And out of those 21 ads, 14 ads have white males in them. 8 ads have African American males in them. And Hispanic males were only in one ad out of the 21. 6 out of 30, or 20% of the ads, had mentioned the protein content in the text, which implies the importance of men to build a muscular body. I think it is really important that we look at individual pieces of evidence and interpret the message being conveyed in some ads. To begin with, let's look at this ad by Zillow, which is a platform for buying and selling homes. First of all, since the ad is in a men's magazine, it feels as if Zillow believes that men have the role in a family to make important decisions about money. Also, the ad is implying that men should provide for their family and be family oriented. The ad suggests that the bond between two brothers is very strong. That nudges us to think that the bond between two brothers is stronger than a bond between two sisters or a brother and a sister. Let's look at the next ad by Six Star Whey Protein. The ad mentions that greatness is earned, and find the power inside you and let it drive you to greatness. This text makes a clear connection between greatness and a muscular body. It implies that greatness for men is equal to having a muscular and appealing body, and that men should have masculine interests like sports and working out. Moving on to the women's magazine, the first ad is by Ivory Deodorant. The text of the ad mentions the phrases gentle on skin and 24-hour trusted protection. The quality of being gentle is associated with femininity because of the cultural expectation of women to be soft spoken and non-violent. The text also implies that women should smell nice the entire day and they need a trusted product so they don't ever accidentally smell bad. Also, lavender is a scent associated with femininity. The second ad we will look at is Mr. Clean's Magic Eraser. What is really interesting about this ad is that the mascot of the brand is a muscular man, and this implies that women aren't capable of elbow grease because the gender expectations of our society associate men with being physically superior to women, and men are the ones who should do the dirty work. Whereas women should rely on men and play the role of the damsel in distress who needs a charming prince to come and save her. In this case, the charming prince is Mr. Clean. This example relates to Zimmerman's gender role theory from the chapter Doing Gender, which argues that there are very strict gender role expectations attached to being a man or a woman. And we learn about these expectations directly from other people or indirectly from media. Children's films display gender role expectations and affect one's perception of a man or a woman vastly. Children's movies often have a plot where a young, beautiful, and kind princess is in trouble and a charming and strong prince comes to her rescue. And this is exactly what we see happen in the example of Mr. Clean. All of these ads in both the magazines are an example of Margaret Anderson's definition of the social construction of gender. Anderson describes the social construction of gender as the processes by which expectations associated with being a man or a woman are passed on through society. Both the magazines have ads in them which are biased towards the gender that they are targeting. And this is damaging, especially because it reproduces society's faulty beliefs of what a man or a woman should be. This process of using gender stereotypes to sell products and those products instilling these gender stereotypes in their audience restricts society's thinking in damaging ways. Overwhelmingly selling whey, workout programs, and the idea that tough men are real men through ads in men's magazines perpetuates the belief that men should be muscular and women shouldn't be muscular. It is harmful to men who are not muscular and are happy with their bodies, and it is harmful to women who enjoy having a muscular body. Because when they go against these social norms and gender expectations, they're treated very differently by society. Similarly, overwhelmingly selling cleaning products only in women's magazines perpetuates the gender expectation that it is the job of women to clean and men shouldn't even bother to think about it. One might argue that if the man is the breadwinner of the family, then it makes sense that the woman cleans and cooks. But I've seen many men in dual income households expect the woman to cook and clean for them, even though both of them have jobs.